Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for subscribing, and anyone else who has not yet subscribed, please do the right thing and go and click on that button. Don't forget to like, comment, and also subscribe. Yes. So anyway, today I am going to be sharing with you guys how I got scammed twice. Okay, so without wasting any time, let me get into it. Okay, so I think it was last year or the year before. I'm not quite certain. I think it was last year. So I wanted to sell my laptop, right? And obviously with the intent of getting another one. So I created a profile on OLX, and then okay, I created the ad. I posted pictures of the laptop, like the specifications and everything, and like all the necessary information to say. Okay, so I think I posted it, say maybe tonight, right? And then by tomorrow morning I woke up to text messages from some people who claimed that they were interested in buying the laptop. And obviously, like, we work on a first come first serve basis, because I mean, like, I want to get a new one ASAP. So anyone who comes first is obviously gonna be the one that gets to get the laptop. Okay, anyway, so okay, so this guy texts me. He tells me his name, and he tells me that he's interested in purchasing the laptop for his son. Yeah, it was around the beginning of the year. So he told me that he was interested in purchasing the laptop for his son. He was about to start school, blah 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 blah. I think I was selling it for like what? I think I was selling it for 3.5, somewhere there, because like I just wanted to give it away. Sorry. Okay, anyway, this guy told me that yeah, he's interested, blah 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 blah. Okay, cool. Like, we spoke about everything, and then he told me to send him my banking details, right? Okay, there was also another one that was interested in purchasing the laptop, but obviously, I mean, if the one is slower, I'm obviously gonna go with the one that's that seems to be serious about everything, because sometimes people can, I don't know, man, but you obviously consider serious buyers. So anyway, so I sent him my banking details as he had requested, and then he transferred the money. It was in the morning. I was about to go to campus, so I told him that I'd prefer that we meet in like a public space for all safety, of course. So I told him that I'd prefer that we meet in a public space, blah 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 blah. But then I made him aware of the fact that I wouldn't be able to like go to a mall or whatsoever, because I was going to campus that morning. So I told him, look, come to my campus, because I mean, at least there's it's a public space and whatnot. So he was like, okay, we're gonna talk during the day. Before I left home, I cleared everything on my laptop, like literally everything. And it had like a pouch that I kept it in, not like a big laptop bag, but just like a small pouch that I kept it on. And then I cleared everything, and then I went to campus. Like, all this time we're in touch with this guy, because I'm forgetting something. He had I had received the bank notification that the money that the money has been transferred to my account. But knowing the bank that I use, I knew that it would take time to reflect on my account, because I mean, it was an interbank transfer, so like it was from one bank to another, so I knew that, okay, it would take, say, maybe how long does it take for payments to reflect? 2 to 3 business days or whatever it is, but I knew that it would take longer to reflect on my account. Okay, cool. I told him that but I kept him updated about my whereabouts. I was like, okay, I'm heading to campus, blah 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 blah. And when I got to campus, I told him, look, I'm gonna be free around a particular period, so if we would meet and stuff like that. But then I was concerned about the fact that the money had not yet reflected on my account, and I was gonna give away the laptop, right? Because I mean, you obviously you would be concerned, because I mean, you know. So I received the SMS and stuff like that, but I kept on checking on my banking app and the money wasn't there yet. So I thought, okay, it'll probably reflect tomorrow or the next day, you know how these things work. Anyway, so I went to my branch, like the bank that I use. I went to visit their branch, and then I consulted with one of their agents. I told them the story. Like, I told them, okay, look, this is what's happening. So I showed them the number that sent me the SMS. I was like, do you recognize these kind of numbers, like that usually send bank notifications and stuff like that? And they told me that, well, they wouldn't say, and I must say it looked really realistic, because banks and sending those bank notifications from those long numbers, like 0800 something 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 something, like the numbers are usually long, so sorry. So I didn't suspect any, well, I had I had my suspicions, but I was like, okay, it makes sense, but I'd want to take all whatever, I'd want to I'd want to do whatever it takes in order to ensure that I'm not being scammed. In my head, that's what I thought. But that guy was ahead of him. So I went to the bank. I told them, look, I sold someone my laptop. I received the notification, but the money has not yet reflected to my account. And he feels as though it's going to be unfair towards him not to hand the laptop over to him when the money is already on my side, So this guy made it seem like I would be the one. Like, he made it seem like I'm the one who's sort of up to like some fishy business of some sort. He even told me that he's gonna email me his ID copy, so that if anything happens, I could do whatever, He sent me his ID copy, and I'm thinking, okay, this is legit, most, because I mean, I have his ID copy, so it's legit. I mean, he wouldn't lie. He wouldn't go as far as sending me his ID copy. Fine. So I'm at the bank now. So I told them what's going on. So they're like, no, they could not verify that this number is legit from like the numbers that usually send us bank notifications, So and then they were like, but we would suggest that you wait until the money reflects on your account, then you hand over the laptop to him. But this guy kept on calling me, like he kept on calling me, kept calling the whole time. So I was like, okay, cool, come to campus, because I was like, man, it's gonna reflect anyway. When you're trying to convince yourself that, okay, it's gonna, like, you're trying to convince yourself that, like, basically I was, guys, never. You must always listen to your gut feeling. It's never wrong. Like, you must always, if it says there's something fishy about something, or it tells you not to do something, then don't. Like, it'll never set you astray. Like, your gut feeling, no, it'll never. So anyway, so they told me that, but we'd rather if we'd suggest that you don't hand over the laptop before you've received the funds onto your account. So I was like, okay, cool. And I left. So now I'm stuck between like a rock and a hard place. Like, I don't know whether, because this guy is gonna think that I'm trying to scam him and whatnot, Kanti, all along I'm the one who's been Kanti, all along I'm the one who's being played here. Fine. Okay, so this guy tells me now that he's at work, so he won't be able to come by himself, so he'd rather send an Uber to come and collect the PC and then drop it off by his place. by his workplace, sorry. Okay, fine. He sent an Uber. The Uber showed up, and at this point I was literally like I don't know, I don't know, I was thinking twice. I was, but eventually I gave that Uber driver the PC and stuff like that. Oh, by the way, the guy that was buying the laptop, had sent me the Uber driver's details, and then so eventually I gave up the PC to the Uber driver, and then he left. Now I'm not relaxing, I'm panicking for some reason. And bear in mind, I'm at campus, so I'm not concentrating at all. I'm not paying attention to anything. My mind was just all over the place. I was a mess already, and I didn't discover that I'm actually being scammed here. Anyway, so a while later, this guy texts me and he received the PC, and then he sends me a picture of a small crack on the screen. It's not on the screen, but how do I explain this? You see, that thing, man, that's sort of that thing that's like a border around the screen, that thing. So it was chipped just a bit, and that it's not even on the actual screen of the PC, if you get what I'm trying to say. It doesn't affect the performance, nothing at all. It's just a small crack, and it was clearly visible on the pictures I posted on the advert, So this guy tells me that he sends me the pictures you didn't tell me about this, blah 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 blah. He goes on and on and on. I'm like, but it's there. It's clear on the pictures. The pictures I posted on OLX showed everything, So now I was starting to panic. I was like, oh my gosh, it was a mess. It was a mess, honestly. So then he then said that he's sending back the laptop. He told me he was sending back the laptop, and that he was going to go to the bank and reverse the money. How? Now I'm asking myself, okay, this was now I was really panicking. I was like, oh my gosh, this guy. I told him, look, how are you going? He said to me I must send him back his money. I told him, but the money isn't reflected on my account. How do you expect me to send you back the money? And then I also told him, okay, look, when the money reflects, I will reflect on my account. I will transfer you at least 500 rand or something, a discount of some sort. He told me, nah, he doesn't want to hear anything from me. I scammed him. I wasn't being truthful, blah 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 blah. He's going to the bank to reverse the transaction. I was like, hey, you're going to the bank to reverse this money isn't even, hey, so I don't know whether he was being truthful by telling me that he was going to the bank to reverse the transaction or whatsoever. But days went by, the money did not reflect on my account, in fact. Now they're asking me, hi bro, has the money reflected? I'm like, no, it hasn't. Oh, okay, wait, I'm forgetting something. Okay, so he told me that he was sending back the laptop, and that I will sort out I will pay for that Uber ride myself, blah 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 blah. So he told me he was gonna send me the number of the Uber driver that had the laptop, which is the Uber driver that was supposedly bringing the laptop back to me. So he sent me this number. So I tried to call this driver. I'm sorry, I called him. So he was like, the ride is going to cost 400 rand. I'm like, oh, but I'm like, okay, look, please log off, please cancel that ride, because I'm at campus. I don't have that amount of money now, So I told him, okay, look, please cancel that ride. I'm gonna request another one, and then please pick up, because it's gonna be on my card. It's gonna be billed on my card. He said, no, I'm already untrustworthy, according to what the other guy told him, so he doesn't want stories. I must just, he's gonna give me the laptop when I have his 400 rand. Can't you? Hey, yo, what the hell am I supposed to get 400 rand on campus? And like, this is, I wasn't prepared for this. I mean, he said, yo, at this point, hey, everyone left campus. I was there by the lab all by myself. There was no one. Yo, at this point, I was like, hey, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna tell my sister when I get home. Anyways, so eventually I went home. So okay, so I told him that, okay, cool, please keep it safe. I'll call you tomorrow when I have the money. Cool. I got home, and then my sister was having, and yo, nah, I just told her like what I want her to know, you know. And then, like, okay, I made plans, like, you know, I put one and one together, I did this and that. I had the 400 rand. Okay, cool. So I called him. He told me he was where, I don't remember where he said he was, but this place wasn't really that far. I mean, imagine 400 rand for an Uber ride from that area to hey, like, I was like, okay, this guy is being unreasonable, but because I'm desperate, like, I have to. So now I have the 400 rand, so I want him to come through with my laptop, you know. Did this guy not tell me to transfer the money, like, via whatever, Pep, ShopRite, or whatsoever? Hey, I was like, no, you can bring it, I'm gonna give it to you cash. I have it, like, on my hands. I don't have it on my bank or something. I'm gonna give it to you cash. He told me, nah, he doesn't want my stories, blah 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 blah. Hey, so I didn't have my ID to go and transfer the money at ShopRite. So I asked my classmate who had his ID, I asked him, look, can we please go to ShopRite? I need to, you know, make a money transfer. He said, cool. We went, transferred the money, we gave those voucher numbers to the guy, and then we sent him the pin. And then he calls me, he's like, they need, oh, at the time he told me he was in Peru and my campus is in Bellville. So if you know what I'm talking about, I mean, how much petrol would it cost for you to go from Peru to Bellville? I mean, that's just, you know, that's too little. But that guy insisted that I transferred the money before he got there because he didn't want my stories. Anyway, we transferred the money successfully, and then he wanted the person who had made the transfers details, because at ShopRite mostly want that. Okay, fine, I sent it to him. He and then he was able to access the money, and then we went back to campus because now I'm waiting for him, you know. He's just here in Paris. Paris is just like, Paris is nearby, honestly. So I was waiting for him to, you know, tell me that he's here, he's in Bravo, basically. Time went by. I was like, hey boo, it doesn't take that long to get from, like, to drive from Peru to here. So I did not understand. I kept calling him, and at some point, oh, after we gave him the details of the person who had done the transfer, which is like my classmate, we called. In fact, I called countless times. Like, I called. It rang without anyone picking up, and at some point it went straight to voicemail. And then I think at that point I knew that, no man, I've been scammed. So basically my laptop is gone, and I also blessed them with another 400 rand on top of my goddamn laptop. I was like, wow. So I got home. no, yo, I was amazed. I was panicking. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to tell people, like my friends at campus. Like I didn't know what to do anymore. So when I got home, there's an app called what, Truecaller, something like that. I got home. I went to this other friend of mine. I gave her these numbers. I told her to search, because that thing shows you the name of the person, you know. So I gave her the number. I said, please look up these numbers for me. She did. Did it not say spam caller? Hey, did it say, what is spam caller ID or something? Spam or scam, something like that, man. But like, and then at that point I knew that I've been scammed. Hey, my feet were cold. I didn't know what I was gonna tell my sister, because my sister had bought me that laptop, and I didn't know what I was gonna tell her. I got home, so she gets home later than I do. So when she got home, she asked me, has the money reflected on your account? I was like, no. Days went by. She kept on asking, has the money, like I didn't know what to tell her. So I felt like, nah, man, like I didn't know how to explain it. I didn't know, because like, more than anything, I didn't know how she'd react, because maybe you know how people are. Maybe she's gonna start now and say, why did you want to sell the laptop in the first place, blah 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 blah, look now, you know. And then there's actually no turning back. You know how people are. But she honestly didn't take it, you know. She didn't take it the way I had expected her to, because I think it was on the 4th day. She asked, has the money still not reflected on your account? I was like, no. This was like, Sissy, you've been scammed. You've been scammed. And then she told me of a similar incident that had happened where. So I was like, oh girl, I'm glad you figured it out, because I wasn't about to say shit, because I really didn't know how you'd take it. Because I mean, like, I didn't have to sell my laptop in the first place, so I didn't want to hear all those, black families, these things. So anyway, guys, I'm just sharing this story with you guys so that you can be like alert. You guys need to be alert, especially people who are doing like these small businesses like Herbalife. You're selling clothes, hair. Because recently my friend was scammed also. Someone transfers money into your account. Well, they fake it, like they pretend as if they transferred money to your number by mistake, and then they ask you to please transfer it back, only to discover that there was no money in the first place. So guys, please be careful. Everyone is just desperate for money, especially after this pandemic. Like, everyone is just trying to get on their feet, if I can put it that way. So just please be careful. Everywhere it can happen to anyone, so please be careful. That was my story, and I think at this point I'm like, I wouldn't want it to happen to anyone, because I mean, I lost the laptop, and on top of that I lost the 400 rand. Like, I don't understand people, guys. But anyway, another thing. So I kept on searching and searching. Like, I was on the net the whole time, like on the internet, hours and hours, because I wanted to find ways to report a scam, And then there was a website that I got into, and then when I went there, I read a similar story, but this time it was a TV. So it was the same guy, because this guy told me his name was David, and on the same story that I read on that website, it was still a David, and everything was the same. Like, literally the plot and everything was the same, just that that lady, she was scammed a whole TV and some money also. So guys, please take precaution, like, be safe. Don't I don't know, but please be alert. Let's be alert, guys. Everyone is just desperate for money nowadays, and you can't really trust nobody. You can't trust no one. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. And ooh, we hit 100 subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much for the love and support. I truly appreciate it. So if you've also been through a similar incident or whatsoever, please feel free to comment down below. You could be helping someone else, you know, you never know. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. See you on the next one.